What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Brianna, and if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe and follow me on all of my social medias right here down below. Today's video, super exciting. It is another I Love College video, which if you are new here, it is part of a series that I started a few weeks ago called I Love College. It is just a series where I just give advice or answer questions about certain things. And so today's video, I am covering how to make friends in college. This is probably everybody's biggest worry when they realize, like, oh my god, I'm going off to college and I know absolutely no one, or I only know one person. I have to start making all new friendships all over again. I was comfortable in high school, or maybe you were uncomfortable in high school and this is a super exciting experience for you. So I am just gonna be going over how to make friends in college, how I made friends in college, and honestly, you will make the best of friends in college, and those people will be your best friends for life. I guess that's pretty much it. So let's get started. Okay, so the coolest thing about going to college is that you do get to make all new friends. You do get to meet all kinds of people you may not have necessarily, you may be able to meet a new group of people maybe never have come in contact with in your high school years. Depending on where you grew up, you might only have a certain type of person, or you might only have known, you know, this certain group. And so now when you're going to college, you're going to meet all different kinds of people from all over the country, which is super cool. You're going to be able to make friends with some of these people. So college is a way for you to start fresh, make all new friendships, meet all new kinds of people, and you know, if you didn't like the way high school went, this is just a fresh start. And the cool thing about going to college also is that you can be whoever you want to be. It is just a completely fresh start. If you didn't like who you were in high school, you can totally change it. You can go to college and be somebody different. If you really liked who you were in high school, then you can just be the same person. It is totally up to you. It is, you know, a fresh start, and these people don't know you yet. So if there's something that you want to get into, or there's a new hobby that you want to start before college, then do it, because now you can become a different person when you go to college. I think that's what a lot of people really like about going to college, is that they can be somebody else if they want to. And I'm not saying you shouldn't be yourself. You should still be yourself. But if you were, you know, really nerdy in high school and you want to be maybe part of like a cooler crowd, then you can do that if you want. But don't change your entire personality. Don't become somebody you're not. Don't become fake. Don't pretend to be into basketball when you're really into theater. Like, don't do that, because people are gonna realize what you're really into, and they're gonna find out that you're trying to like hide this crucial part of yourself. So definitely don't do that. I'm definitely not saying to hide your entire personality, but you can definitely change certain things and become friends with different groups of people if that's what you really want. And then one other thing to remember is that everybody is in the same exact boat. Nobody knows anybody. Like, people might know one person from high school, or they might know a friend that goes to that school, but that's it. When I went to my school, Marist College, I knew two people that I went to high school with. They were a little bit older than me, so they were already at Marist, and then one person from my high school, from my graduating class, went to Marist with me, and that was it. It was just the two of us from my high school. We were the only two, and we weren't friends in high school, so we didn't really know anybody else, and that was kind of it. So I went into Marist with an open mind, just was open to making new friends, meeting new people, just being nice. That was pretty much it. But yeah, you do have to remember that you might be nervous and you're like, oh my gosh, like these people don't know me and blah 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 blah. But like, remember, nobody knows anybody. Everybody is in the same boat. Everybody wants to make friends. So as soon as you go up to somebody and you're nice and you might have something in common, you guys are gonna become friends instantly, because that person wants to make friends just as badly as you do. Okay, so let's jump into how to make friends and where to meet people and things like that. So I have a little bit of a list here on my phone. The first thing, or the first way to make friends, is your roommate. You are gonna get a roommate. You might have two roommates when you go to college. Most people, you know, have roommates. Some people might have their own room, but it's typically rare and you have to usually request that. If your college does it like my school did, I found out about 2 or 3 weeks before I moved in. I got a name. They basically sent me an email and said, hi, this is your roommate, here's their name, here's their email, get in touch if you want. Of course, I was like so anxious. I was like, I want to get in touch with this person so we can figure out like how we're gonna set our room up and like you know, I want to know this person before I get there, because I don't want to get there and be completely surprised by who this person is and what kind of person they are. I ended up emailing my roommate and just saying, hey, my name is Brianna, I'm from Long Island, and threw out some of my interests, I guess, or why I picked Marist and whatever. Emailed her, and she emailed me back, and she basically, you know, did the same thing, and then eventually we just swapped numbers, and we were like, okay, we'll just text now. So that was it. We had each other's numbers. When I moved in, I was there before her, but she was moving in the same day. There was a lot going on that day. I had moved in particularly early to my school because I was part of the music program, and at my school they have like a music camp, so you move in a few days early. Yeah, so it was a whole thing, and she was moving in early for something else, and so when I got there, I basically like unpacked my stuff and then started music camp. I didn't really get a chance to like get to know her while she was moving in. Once camp was over, or like once that day was over, I came back to my room. We started to get to know each other. All I could remember, it was hot as hell. It was the end of August and it was freaking hot. So we got to know each other real well because we had to sleep in our sports bras the first few nights. But I just remember, you know, like talking about like where we were from and things that we liked and why we were at Marist and all of that. Your roommate is going to become your first friend automatically. Even if down the road you end up hating this person, or like throughout the year you're like, oh my god, like this person is whatever. It doesn't matter, because this is the first person you're gonna meet at school, which is wild, but you know that this is the first person you're gonna know. So let that person become your best friend for the first few weeks. And then if you end up really meshing well, then you stay friends. If you don't, then you just gotta live with each other. Me and my roommate got along really, really well, so we stayed friends for a really long time, and we're still friends today. We don't talk too much, but we're still friends. Yeah, so hopefully you get a situation like that. Again, you just have to be able to get along with your roommate. But that person is going to become your friend. And so we started eating meals together and just hanging out and checking out campus and all that and going to get coffee and stuff like that. And we just became each other's first friends. So that is going to be the first way that you're able to make a friend. Be nice to your roommate, get to know each other, and then down the road you'll make some other friends. So the next way to make friends is by going to campus events. During the first week of your freshman year or your orientation week or whatever, they're gonna have a bunch of events. At my school they had like a firework display, and it was like this huge like concert on campus. It was like the night before classes started or something like that. I think it was like our very first night of college. The day all the other freshmen moved in. It wasn't my first night of college because I moved in early. It was a really, really cool event, and so I went with my roommate, and I think I might have went with my next door neighbor maybe, I don't know. And so we went, we just hung out again, we talked, we met other people, and we ended up having a huge group of us just like chatting that night and hanging out. It was really fun. So any kind of event like that is so easy to meet people, and again, like your school is gonna do something along those lines. They are gonna do some sort of event where you can meet other freshmen or meet other people. So you should definitely try to go to those events, and again, take your roommate. You can always go by yourself as well and just be nice to people, but go with your roommate. The two of you guys know each other somewhat, at least by that point. So that is another easy way to make friends, is campus events. Okay, so this one is kind of obvious, and I feel like everybody already knows this, but the easiest way to make friends is clubs and extracurricular activities. I think everybody knows this already, and you probably did it in high school, but during the first or second week, your school will probably have a club fair. And you'll go to that club fair and you'll get to see all of the clubs and all of the sports that they offer and all of that good stuff. And you'll get to meet some upperclassmen that run the club or upperclassmen that are in the clubs. And again, take your roommate. Or, you know, go by yourself. It doesn't matter. You're gonna go to this fair, you'll get to meet a bunch of people there, you'll get to join the clubs that you want to join. It's not like high school where you have to do a certain amount of clubs, but join what you want to do. Join what you are interested in, join what you love. That is where you're gonna meet people that have the similar interests as you. So like if you love theater, then join theater, because you're gonna meet people who love to act. Or if you love to play basketball, join the basketball team. Or if you can't join the basketball team, like the actual basketball team, see if your school has intramurals or some sort of form of that, because most schools do, and you can play on an intramural basketball team. That is the easiest way to make friends, because you are gonna meet people who have similar interests as you. Try something new if you're interested in it. If your school has a club that you've never been in high school, try and join it. Give it a chance. Go to a new club. Maybe you can meet different people if that's what you're interested in. You want to meet different people from different backgrounds? You do you. Join different kinds of clubs that you may not have been a part of in high school. Okay, so the next way to make friends is in your dorm. Be nice to people in your dorm, because guess what? Same thing. These people are all freshmen, they don't know anybody, they want to make friends, they want to meet people just like you. This is one of the easiest ways to make friends. Literally how I made one of my absolute best friends. She was my next door neighbor, like right next door. Like I said, I had moved in early. So when actual freshman move-in day came and everybody else was moving in, I was already moved in, my roommate was already moved in, and we had the day off to do whatever we wanted. So we were just like gonna walk around. And so as I was walking out with my roommate, I saw our next door neighbor. So I just knocked on the door and was like, hey guys, my name is Brianna. It's nice to meet you guys. Like, you guys need any help? Do you want me to like help you move stuff? Like, I was like, I know I've been here for a few days. We're kind of like bored. We don't know what to do. And I was just being nice. Honestly, like, it was kind of weird, but like their parents were still there moving in, but I was just offering to help and I just wanted to be nice. And so by being nice, I made one of my absolute best friends, and we ended up later that night, like after she was all moved in, she like knocked on my door and we like got to talking and like, you know, got to know each other, and that was like super, super cool. So you have neighbors, just knock on their door and be like, hey, how are you? Like, I'm from Long Island. I just wanted to introduce myself. This is so cool. Like, we're at college. Honestly, just like be nice to people in your dorm, because it's super easy to make friends that way. And guess what? Your next door neighbor, they have a roommate too. The four of you could go do something. Go get lunch, go get dinner, get to know each other. And again, like, these people aren't gonna have to be your friends for the 4 years of college just because you met them the first day. But get to know these people. See if these people are potential friends for you. You never know. And like, if you make a friend that you're like, not super fond of them, it's just the first week of college. Like, most likely, like, you might not keep them all the way through college. I have a bunch of people who I knew freshman year that I didn't really stay close with. So it's just how it happens. Friendships form, friendships fall. You just kind of have to accept it. But remember that this is your choice. You get to pick your friends. You get to choose who you want to be close with, who you don't want to be close with. And if there's somebody that's in your friend group that you're like, not really a fan of that person, then don't surround yourself with that person. It's not a big deal. So it's super fun to go to college and get to meet all of these people. Like I said, use your dorm, go to the girl side, go to the guy side, just meet people, form friendships, super easy. And literally you could just knock on the door and be like, hey, I'm Brianna, I'm from Long Island, do you guys want to go to dinner? That's it. It's super simple. Most likely they're not going to be like no, unless they already ate. Use your dorm to your advantage. Okay, the next one is also kind of an obvious one, is to meet people in your classes. Again, first week of classes, nobody knows each other. And most likely the people that you met in your dorm or the people that you met at these events might not be the exact same major as you, so you are gonna see a bunch of new faces. Your teachers are gonna probably have you guys like introduce yourselves and like share a fun fact. Like, it's pretty much just like high school from that aspect. Make sure you have a fun fact ready. Make sure you have one that like might intrigue other people. I've heard people say like some weird fun facts, like they're like, I'm into taxidermy. And you're like, nobody here is probably into taxidermy. Like, and I'm not saying that's like such a weird hobby, like, oh my god, don't come for me. You know what I mean? Like, people will just share like strange facts sometimes and you're like, that's cool that like that's your hobby, but like most likely nobody else is going to be into that. So try to share a fun fact about you that people might be into. You know what I mean? Something like, my favorite show is Grey's Anatomy. Like, people are gonna be like, oh my god, me too, like I love Grey's Anatomy, I watch that every week. Like, and then you have a common interest. It's so easy. It's just like that. Share a fun fact that like really is fun and that other people might share a common interest with you. It's so easy to make friends that way, and especially in your classes, because after the class you could be like, oh my god, did you see that episode of Grey's Anatomy last week? Like, yeah. And then you get to talking and like that's how you become friends, and then eventually you like sit together in class and that becomes your like partner for the rest of the year because that's your friend now. So that's just like kind of how it works out. And like, trust me, because of the way your major is set up, you will become really, really close friends with the people in your major, because those are the people that you're going to be in classes with for the next 4 years. You might have some random faces here or there, but in your major, like for me, my major with math, in all of my math classes for all 4 years, all 8 semesters, I pretty much saw the same faces. By senior year, I knew everybody in my major. There was only 30 of us, I think. So I knew everybody in my major and we all knew each other and we were friends and we were all friendly. So yeah, it was super cool. So definitely try to make friends with people in your classes. And the other reason that's super important is because you're gonna need a partner for something most likely, and you're gonna wanna have somebody's number to ask them about a homework assignment. Trust me, it's the same thing as high school. Just meet somebody the first week and just be like, hey, you wanna swap numbers? So like if we have questions, like people are not gonna be like, oh no, that's weird. Like, no, they want the same thing. They want your number too, so that they can text you and say like, hey, do you remember when that paper is due? Hey, do you remember when that homework assignment is due? Hey, can we work on this project together because I have no idea what I'm doing? You're gonna want somebody in your classes, trust me. So that's super, super important. Make friends in your classes. So the next way to make friends is by going to social events. So what I mean by social events is like parties. If you're not into partying or you're not into that scene, then you can totally disregard this. I know not everybody is into it. I know not everybody is into that scene or doing those things, but as a freshman, most people are ready to have that freedom. You know, there's nothing wrong with not involving yourself in those activities. Totally up to you, totally your choice. If you are somebody that wants to do that, this is a really easy way to make friends as well. You go to a party, meet some people, meet some friends of friends. Like, you'll hear about the parties. You might not get like invited, but like it's not like high school where it's like exclusive. Like, you weren't invited. It's like, that's not how this works. People don't care in college. As long as you're like gonna pay, they don't care. So, you know, go to this party. If you hear like, oh, the basketball team is having a party Friday night, like blah, 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 like let's go, then go. Like, it's not a big deal. So you go and you'll meet people on the basketball team, I suppose, and you'll meet their friends because they'll have friends of, you know, the older people, older students who have other friends, I don't know. What I'm trying to say. You will meet a ton of people that way. I'm not saying you have to get, you know, drunk or anything. You don't even have to drink at all, honestly. You can just go, meet people, be nice. Again, common interests. Talk about, hey, I'm a math major, I'm a science major, I'm blah, 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 like whatever it is, and you'll be able to bond with those people so unbelievably quickly because you already have common interests, shared interests, things like that. If that's a scene that you are into, definitely take advantage of those parties and meeting people there. Overall, that's pretty much it for all of the ways to make friends, but the easiest way to make friends is to be nice. Being a nice person. Don't be rude. That's all I have to say. It's college, it's a fresh start. If you were a bully in high school, don't be a bully in college because they don't tolerate that shit. You will have no friends. This is not, you know, high school is over. You don't have to be that same person, so you shouldn't. If you're a nice person, you should stay nice. Yeah, that's it. Be kind to people, meet people, be nice, share, you know, who you are, let people know that you're into these things, let people know that you are a nice person, let people know that you're a kind person, and that you mean well, and that you just want to make friends because everybody, again, is in the same boat. Everybody wants to make friends. Nobody knows anybody. People are not going to think you're weird because you walked up to them and said, hey. Not a weird thing because these people are yearning for friends just as much as you are. I don't know. That is just the easiest way. Just be nice, be kind. Ellen says be kind to one another. That's exactly how you meet people and make friends. Nobody wants to be friends with a bully and somebody that's mean, so don't even go there. And then the last thing I wanted to say is that it is never too late to make friends. In my senior year of college, I met some really awesome people. I even had some like acquaintances that I had in like sophomore, junior year that I became like really close with in my senior year, became friends with, and like started to hang out and get to know these people even more. It's never too late to make more friends, even if it's like the last week of college and you go to a party or something. Be open to always meeting new people and making new friends at college because maybe that person that you met in the last week of college becomes your best friend because you guys live close to one another or something like that. I don't know, but be open to making friends all 4 years. It's not just about freshman year. You know, you are probably going to meet your closest friends during freshman year, but it's not over after that. It's not like, okay, I have my group, I have my posse, I don't want to make any more friends. No. No, be friends with people. Make friends. Be open. You will find your group of people. If you are into taxidermy, then join the taxidermy group. I don't know. You will find somebody that will accept you for you. It's not like high school again. If you absolutely hated high school and had a horrible time and maybe the popular group was like, you know, the ones that ran the school, and I didn't go through that experience personally. My high school was extremely accepting, but I know that people do go through that. College is your fresh start. It's your place to make a name for somebody, and like high school doesn't last forever. So like if you are in that position right now, just know that it doesn't last forever. You will get through it, and once you go to college, you're gonna feel so much better because you're gonna meet your group of people, people that are into the same things you are, people that love the same things you do, and you're just gonna meet those people and you're gonna be so much happier. College is the best experience, and that's one of the reasons it is because you get to meet the best kinds of people that are into the same things you are, have the same humor, and they will most likely become your best friends for life. Alright guys, so that is the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys picked up some tips on how to make friends in college. Woo! I just hope I was helpful in that, like, when you do go to college, don't be nervous, just be excited to meet people and have the best time that you can have and make freshman year last as long as possible, because after freshman year it just flies by. If there are any videos that you guys want to see as part of this series, I Love College, then please leave me a comment. If you want advice on anything along the lines of college, whatever, just leave me a comment and I will get back to you. And if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys next week for another video. Bye!